Hey everybody, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday with Cass and Lorain. Cass is here. We're in a very celebratory mood, and I'm here, and I'm trying to celebrate too. I have a little bit of Christmas on as well. Okay, so short week of releases, obviously, because it's right before Christmas, but we do have some still really great stuff for you, and we're going to get started with our picks of the week. And as always, Cass here kicks us off, so tell us what you thought was good.
Alright, well, this week, this didn't come out today, but it came out, I'd say about a month ago, but it just came out on vinyl. This new Me Without You album, Untitled, and its companion EP, also Untitled. They're both pretty big return to form for Me Without You. Me Without You is a Philadelphia-based like indie rock, post-hardcore band, a little emo-ish too. They've been around quite a while, since like the early 2000s, and this is his seventh album, or this is their seventh album. Lead singer Aaron Weiss has a very distinct vocal style on his early stuff, but on these albums he kind of reminds me a bit of Ben Gibbard from Death Cab for Cutie, as well as Jesse Lacey from Brand New, so definitely musical comparisons to those two bands as well. But it's a little heavier than anything they've done before, and it's a little heavier than those bands I just mentioned. Grease marks all over it. Anyway, so
the cover art is just beautiful.
yeah, very cool cover, and they're both on colored vinyl too. I purchased both of them.
What color?
If you want to show them. This one is on blue vinyl. Right here.
Okay, blue. And this one, what do you got on this one here?
Let's see, that one should be purple, I believe.
Oh, really?
Something like that.
Oh, that's amazing. That's like magenta color. Ooh, that is just really great. You don't see this color very often.
No,
you
you don't.
That
Yeah,
is
definitely
really, really nice. Gosh.
So if you're into post-hardcore, it's definitely one of my favorite genres, and stuff like Fugazi and stuff like that. It's not a very popular genre. There's not too many bands, doing that style much justice these days, but this definitely, especially the full album, Untitled, was a pretty great album for the genre, and I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. One of my favorites of the year. Great vocals and pretty incredible guitar work on here. And yeah, very good album, and the EP's great too. And glad to see Me Without You is back and better
how much
than ever.
are they?
Oh, sorry about that. The regular one, $23.95. The EP is $19.95.
Okay.
Those both.
That's a nice pick,
please.
but I feel that I still have you beat, and this
boy.
is The Mighty Fall, of course, and this is The Unutterable, and it's on Let 'Em Eat vinyl, there we go, and anyway, this record came out in 2000 originally, and it was their 21st record. Fall was a very productive band. They had a lot of stuff. But anyway, formerly this was like the only kind of first Fall EP or LP that you couldn't get on vinyl until now, and it's 2 LPs, and it was recorded with the same lineup that had appeared on the previous record, 1999's The Marshall Suite, which a lot of people thought was like such a really great return to form. Mark Smith was never one to keep the same band for a long time. He liked to interchange things, but it's like he kind of found a backing unit that he could really trust on, the Marshall Suite, and then there was almost a year before this came out for them to like really gel and become solid together. So that's why this album just sounds so good. And he even allowed their guitarist Neville Wilding to write and sing the Swamp Trash number that's called Hands Up Billy, and that is like a first for Marky Smith. There's no way anyone ever had vocals or any reign of anything, because he ran a really tight ship. But so anyway, that's a really interesting thing about this record as well. And it's just fabulous. It's $24.95, which is a bargain for 2 LPs, and especially 2 LPs of The Mighty Fall. So my pick, you're going to love it. All right.
Quite the Fall fan over here.
I love the Fall. So tell us if you found anything else kind of cool in the...
Okay, first, this was pretty cool. This came out a while ago too, not out today. It's a new Flatbush Zombies album. What is it called? Vacation in Hell. And yeah, Flatbush Zombies, rap trio from Flatbush in New York. And they've been doing it for quite a while. They had a mixtape called Better Off Dead that is an incredible mixtape, one of my favorite rap albums I've ever heard. And it's basically this is their second studio album, and it's a lot poppier than their older stuff. It's not like super poppy, but it's, since it's like a mainstream album, they're on a label now, you can definitely hear it's a bit more of a mainstream album, not as rough, not as edgy, but it's still really good. I'm a big fan of these guys, and all three of them have very unique rapping styles, especially Michi Darko. Very unique vocal style. It's almost like cartoonish at some points, just how over the top some of them rap. And it's just a really good album, and it's got like this weird texture for the color parts.
Well, it's kind of glittery too, a glittery die cut. It's really nice.
Back is too. It's really cool, and it's also on colored vinyl, gray smoke vinyl or something like that. And it comes with a bandana too, which is pretty cool. So Flatbush Zombies bandana. So this is a really cool package. If you like Flatbush, check this out. It's $29.95, a little pricey, but it's a double. It's got all this cool stuff in it, so definitely pick that up.
It's pretty good.
Okay, next is another album I'm very excited about from this year. It is Sophie's new album, Oil of Every Pearl's Insides, I think? Uninsides. Very weird name. But anyway, Sophie, she's a producer from England. She's been doing it for quite some time, but she's heavily associated with the PC Music label in England, which is making some very groundbreaking electronic and pop music right now, and they have been for about 5 years or so. And she's kind of like one of the biggest names in the PC Music group, and like I said before, just very forward-thinking experimental pop. Her and many other artists really taking pop music to the next decade and into the future with some very futuristic sounds in here, almost industrial influenced, very heavy, very disorienting pop music. So it's definitely not pop in your normal convention, it's still catchy, but the instrumental's very crazy, very wild. And she actually got nominated for a Grammy with this album, which is pretty insane.
Yeah.
Considering, just the community she comes from, and not too big either of an artist yet, within indie rock, not indie rock, but just like indie underground circles, she's highly regarded. But to see her get a Grammy, it's pretty crazy. So I'm hoping she wins that. Obviously it's for the electronic dance music field, so hopefully she does, because this is an excellent album. This is her debut album too, by the way, so pretty cool. Debut album nominated for a Grammy. Pretty cool. So I'm glad she's definitely making waves right now. So check her out. Check this out.
How much is that?
It is $26.95, and it's on. I can show you actually. It's on. That's not the record.
Is that a download card you get in there too?
Yes, it is. I believe this is a poster too.
Oh, okay.
And this red.
Oh, all right.
Vinyl.
Wait, you're just like purchasing like a madman today, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Are you expecting some kind of Christmas money?
Well, I'm hoping I do. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I know, right?
Those are the poster too. This is clearly way too big for me to fit that on the screen. But
don't forget your download card over there as well.
That's right. You must have
the
that.
thing about it, Cass, it's like super creative and everything. But I listened to it this morning, and I wasn't as much of a fan as you. I don't know. It just wasn't my cup of tea, but I mean, I can appreciate the artistry. Let's say that.
Yeah, it's definitely not for everyone. Like I said, it's very, it's almost hard to listen to sometimes, considering how, over the top and like, just some of the, like I said, those industrial influences are really like grating on the ears sometimes, and combined with the pop, it's
probably a grower. I think, you
got,
mix. If you're gonna listen to it, I don't know that right out of the gate you're gonna love it, but maybe it's a grower.
But yeah, definitely, if you're a fan of pop music and you want to see what the future may look like, this is definitely it.
All right. Okay, well, the other things that I wanted to highlight for you, we have a new AFI EP today. This is called Missing Man, and it's on Rise Records, and it's 6 tracks. And the music on this one has a slight mystical feel to it, where there's string elements that are layered over Jade Puget's guitar riffs. And we have Davey Havok's familiar voice, of course, and it's backed with these, they got such a great drummer and a really solid bass player as well. So it's pretty, dramatic and power chords. They're, the usual that you get from them. But this is kind of an assurance that they haven't lost anything. They're still very true to their emo roots, and this release it exemplifies why AFI has maintained such a dedicated fan base over the years, because they are true to form, but they never put out the same record over and over again. You always get something kind of new with them. And so they're reasserting that they're a force to be reckoned with in the emo rock genre. This is $11.95, which is a real deal, and it's, like I say, 6 tracks. And if you're an AFI fan, you're not going to be disappointed with this. It's very, very
AFI,
good.
Very consistent band.
Oh, absolutely. But they have a
really
rabid fan base for that reason. No, you're
Absolutely.
right. And I feel like December Underground, it had sort of like a more friendly, maybe that's not the right word, but it sort of garnered a few singles that brought them into this arena of the alt rock darlings of all kinds of radio, and people that were not normally into them got there. And but like I said, they're not going to keep making December Underground records. They were East Bay hardcore when they first started,
yeah.
and they keep kind of changing it up, and that's why their fans are more loyal than anything.
Yeah, I know,
ever.
definitely something I noticed. Like, of course, all those bands from the early 2000s and stuff, a lot of them have kind of waned out in popularity, but it seems like AFI, they're, like Lorain said, their following's even stronger now than ever.
Yeah, super tight unit though, so
Respect
yeah,
to
they
them.
definitely, yeah, absolutely. Okay, and then also another nice, cheap and cheerful gift for you is this 10-inch by Churches. This is the Hansa Session EP, and let me see, it's on Virgin, I guess. It's a collection of acoustic performances and string quartet arrangements from this year's Love is Dead LP. And it's named after Hansa Studios in Berlin, which was where David Bowie, Depeche Mode, and Nick Cave recorded previously, and they recorded the Love is Dead there also. It's where, it's available here. Sorry, it's available on this limited 10-inch vinyl, and it's only $9.75. So if you need like kind of a gift for somebody that's into indie rock, this is like a really nice thing, and it is limited, but I don't know to how much. I don't believe it's on colored vinyl. Feel like maybe it would have been nice if the AFI was on colored vinyl too, but it is not, and neither is the Fall. So our big spate of colored vinyl is not here this week for us.
Took
But
all the colored vinyl
yeah,
this week, I guess.
Well, anyway, these are still solid, great releases, great gift ideas, and you just should have this Fall LP. I'm telling you, it's so good. All right, so now we have a few other things that we're going to go over with you. And first, right out of the gate, gosh. All right, Cass. Pick it up. Saving heavy for you.
I know.
All right, first of all, we've got this Juliana Hatfield, Juliana Hatfield, which I was originally kind of excited about. It's a Run Out Groove release, and so it's limited edition. And you said they didn't say how many were.
No, it doesn't say it on this
They
one.
usually do, but they didn't on this one, and it's Only Everything. And I was excited about this, and I thought, oh, maybe that's going to be in my list of picks, but it turns out, for some unknown reason, it's a bunch of covers of Olivia Newton-John songs, which it's like, why? I don't know. And I don't enjoy those songs anyway, and it doesn't really have a lot of difference with Juliana Hatfield singing them, so I'm disappointed. I'm bitterly disappointed. But it's $29.95. It's expensive for 2 LPs, but that's Run Out Groove for you, because they're limited. And like I said, we don't know how many of these there are. Do I want to say hopefully not many? I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe they didn't want to say how many there was.
Oh man,
they didn't make that many.
It was extremely tedious to listen through to and get through this morning. But maybe for some folks, they will like to hear her covering Olivia Newton-John songs, whatever.
I don't
Okay.
know who either artist is, so moving on.
All right then, boy. You showed me, didn't you, millennial jackass? Okay, so now we have Imagine Dragons Origins. This is 2 LPs, $24.95. So I'm sure that will be appreciated by that fan base.
Sick picture on the back.
Look at him go. Okay.
Wow.
All right, now we have, I want to say,
It's Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa Complete Edition. This is on 180 gram. This is 3 LPs. 3 LPs of what? Who is it?
It's just Dua Lipa,
Okay.
She's like that,
Massive
Spanish?
hits?
She's like a Spanish singer, or
okay.
maybe a Colombian, I don't know. where she's
Okay,
from,
I
but-
remember you talking about her earlier in the year, I think. Anyway, $37.95. It's a bit pricey, but 3 LPs, okay? Now we've got Maroon 5, Red Pill Blues. This is deluxe colored vinyl. Does it happen to tell us what color that vinyl is by chance?
Probably the color of the pills or something stupid
Two
like
colored
that.
discs, deluxe vinyl, $27.95, but they're not giving it away. If I guess all things being equal, it should be maroon, but we don't know.
Oh, gee. Yeah, you weren't kidding, Lorraine, about this being a lame week.
It's
for
like,
releases.
yeah, I mean, well, thank goodness we had our picks because, you know, that's the good stuff. Now we have John Mellencamp, Other People's Stuff. This is 1995, and I don't get it with this guy and his mediocrity. I mean, what is it going on? Remember the last one that
We're
was
not
just
doing
like...
a great job selling.
Okay. Well, what was it? The last record he came out with, what was it called? Something like The Best I Could Do, or
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
that's
And it's like
yeah.
now it's like, well, here's other people's stuff. I don't know what's the matter with him. So
Yeah, and the cover albums.
he may have done this.
No more
He may
cover
have done this
albums.
artwork though, because he is a painter. So he might have done that artwork on the cover.
See
All
you
right, it's
later.
1995. Now we've got this huge Mike and the Mechanics Living Year Super Deluxe 30th Anniversary 3 LP thing, $72.95. It looks like there's a big, huge booklet in there, and Mike and the Mechanics. I'm sure it's all their stuff that everybody would like to have if they're a Mike and the Mechanics fan. Okay. Now here's something good. We got Queen the Game. You know, in light of that Bohemian Rhapsody film, everybody is just so onto all the Queen stuff, and they can't get enough of it. So now you get that silver foiled, beautiful The Game, and it's $22.95. All right, now we've got Revolting Cocks, or we just say Revco. Linger Thick and Good. Run Out Groove is also responsible for this.
This looks like hell.
Well, let's see. Do they have a count for us on the?
Nope. Same with this one. I think is probably only like 20 people ordered it or something.
I wouldn't
don't
say
know,
that. I don't
but-
know, but I think they would have to have a certain
They
number
don't want to
before they
admit
would
how
press
many
it.
the number is.
But it's 2 LPs. It's $34.95. Again, it's pretty pricey, but you know, if you want to get your Revco on and you're missing them, there you go. All right. Now here's the last of the wonderful Susie and the Banshees. Sorry about the planes again. Susie and the Banshees reissues, and we're going to start out with Hyena for $22.95, and Kaleidoscope $22.95, terrific record, and Peep Show $22.95, and then here's this one. This is a new collection. It's called Rapture. It's like a best of. It's 2 LPs. It's $40.95, and this is, you know, a wonderful collection. It's really nice to have these reissues if you're a completist and you want like the whole line. You know, they've been slowly releasing all those because they've been in demand for so long. But anyway, this one is really pretty great. You know, nice collection if you don't want to go so far as to go into way deep catalog. Okay, $40.95 for that one. Now we've got Various. I'm Every Woman, Decades in the Groove. This is 2 LPs for $27.95. Now what's that all about? It's various artists?
Yeah, it was actually Dua Lipa. She's on
Oh,
it
she's
too,
on there
so
too.
I don't know what.
Well, turn it over. Let's see who some of the people are on here. Let's see. We've got Dionne Warwick, Candy Staton, Shaka Khan, yay, Cher, Karen White, Alanis Morissette, Katie Lang, Christine McVie, Stevie Nicks, and Paula Cole. All kinds
A lot
of
of
like,
queens.
yeah, a lot of like, you know, that kind of stuff. Lorena McKinnon, Emmylou Harris, Jenny Lewis, yay, Laurie Anderson. So there's a lot of really cool female artists on here, and that looks like a very nice collection. So $27.95 for 2 LPs.
Cool.
Okay. Lastly, we've got Young the Giant. This is Mirror Master. It comes with a digital download. It's $19.95. And I don't really know anything to say about this. Do you have anything to weigh in on with that?
No, I haven't heard of it. You know, Young the Giant, the classic festival band, but I'm sure it's alright.
Okay.
Kind of like Foles, you know, there's like every festival, and they put out like a solid little indie rock album here and there.
It's a living.
It's on pink vinyl, so
Oh, okay.
check it out.
All right, so that's our small little thing. We'll post the list down below in case you missed any of the prices. You know, there's some good last minute things you can get here. We will be open on Monday, Christmas Eve. And so if you need to just dart in and get something, we'll be open from 10 to 4 on Monday. But if it's like slow, then we might close a little early. So if you want something, come on in and get it quick. This weekend, we're open, 12 to 4. And you can also do some shopping. We've got our specialist here that can help you out and pick up things. Tonight, Friday night, it's Juice and Jamba with Tommy Pieper over on Lighthouse in Pacific Grove from 7 till whenever he feels like it. And maybe Cass's band Frizzon might be playing tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Where? At the usual
perhaps.
place in
yeah,
Salinas?
It's Somos, yeah.
Somos? Okay.
It's on the, what's the word?
It's on your docket?
It's on,
your
it's on the
list?
fence. We're not 100% sure.
They're on the bubble.
Someone got injured, so we'll see if he can pull through.
All right, well, let's hope so. And then go ahead and, check in, pick that up. We'll post it on Facebook if they're going to play, and that way you can tell for sure before running all the way out there for nothing, okay? That sounds good? All right, thanks. This is our little Christmas wrap-up. Next week we're going to do, each of us are going to pick 5 albums of the best of the year that we thought, because there's not any really new releases coming. It's going to be a dry week. So we're going to do some favorites for you, and that'll be that, okay?
All right.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Bye.